You gonna do some running for us tonight?
Ready to go.
All right, good. Anything you can tell us about the car?
It's hooked up.
We're here with Steve Pittman, who is actually responsible for about 80% of the field out here, and he builds these cars. He's put them together for how many years have you been doing this?
We've been doing this about 30 years now.
You've seen a lot of cars come and go, huh?
A lot of people, a lot of cars, a lot of wrecks.
So when you build these cars, what did you build them to their specifications, or you put them together, you know, by your own?
The cars are built mostly to the specifications of the track rules and everything. The driver's seats, their steering, all this stuff is custom built to fit them. Because if the driver's not pretty well comfortable, he don't do a good job driving. And it's up to us to control the safety stuff in it. And that's mainly what our job is, make sure the guys get safe, they're not hurt, you know, have them a good, dependable car.
How have you seen those rules change over the years? The car's gotten safer?
Cars have got 100% safer. I mean, roll bar used to consist of old galvanized tubing kind of wired together.
Yeah, kind of collapse.
Yeah, I mean, it used to, when you had a wreck, you had to fear the roll cage more than you did the wreck. You know, coming loose on you. Yeah. But now they've got to where the welding's on them, you know, real good. They got a good tubing and everything. And like I say, they're inspected and kept up to where they have to be a good cage.
He's like in his shop here with him. How do you know what to bring? I mean, just 30 years experience knowing what's going to break on people's cars? Or, I mean, I see you've got some gaskets and rocker arms and all kinds of stuff in here. People come to you. I noticed a guy came by earlier that needed a U-joint. You know, how do you know what to bring?
Well, when you build these things and you know what they are, you know what parts and pieces is on them. And when you've been around it for 30 years, you know what breaks. I mean, you know what to expect when you go to a racetrack. You know what pieces people forget.
Yeah.
So, like I say, after 30 years and building the cars, this truck here has got enough to put 2 or 3 race cars together on it.
Yeah, I can tell. If somebody was just going to get into racing, you know, if they wanted to just get into it, what would you suggest? What would you say to them?
The best thing for somebody that's just getting into racing is go to somebody like myself, or, you know, you can actually pay for a car.
Is that a pitch for your shop there?
Well, no, not really. It's just a dollar thing, you know. But when you, well, it's just like if you go, how would you start?
I would probably buy one from somebody that's, you know, that I tried to buy a car that was successful the year before.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And you know, when you buy something, you got a personal person you can talk to, like these guys you see coming up here.
Yeah.
You know, Steve, my car is pushing, what do I do? Yeah. You build it, you tell them, they go fix it, they go race, they have a good time.
All right.
You know, I help them, they help me. Racing is more like a family than it is.
Yeah. It's a good family too. Do you race at all?
I used to race. I don't drive anymore. I run for about 20 years, 25 years.
What did you used to race? What class?
We run open competition cars. What's now your late model cars. But now I started like everybody else. I started in the dirt.
Yeah.
You know, with the old jalopy, come on up. So.
You tore up a lot of 40 Fords, didn't you? 32.5 windows.
55 Chevrolets. That's where we come.
Oh no. 2-door hardtops.
We went for the vintage ones, yeah. You know, we used to buy them like on the street and just bring them, drive them in, cut them up and make a race car. If I had about half of them, I would have to work now.
Oh yeah, not at all. Well, thanks, Steve. We appreciate it.
Ready to move into the Super Street Division here at Highland Rim Speedway with more action-packed racing from the rim. A Saturday night of thunder at the rim. And Dickie Reynolds, let's talk about the cars, the Super Street Division. Starting off, we've got car number 9. Who is that?
That car number 9 is Rodney Simpson. Rodney Simpson hadn't run too many races here, but he's up on front because of the number that was drawn by the the fastest car, which happened to be the 2 car. He drew a 3 tonight, so that means he starts in this 3rd position.
All right, let's move on to the outside. Car 37, front row outside will be Doug Zerfoss, and Doug comes from Hendersonville. In the 2nd row, we'll pick up car number 28. That'll be Tim Ezel in the 28 car, 2nd row inside. And the 2nd row outside spot will belong to car number 3, I believe that, or is that 2?
That's number 2. That's Larry Cunningham. He's also our points leader.
Okay, and there they are right there. Car 28, Tim Ezel, and outside the points leader, car 2, Larry Cunningham. We're about to get the green flag. We'll tell you about the rest of the drivers as we go along, as the green flag is coming out right now on the Super Street Division feature, as Jerry Woodruff on the flag stand flies the green. And there's car number 9 pushing out to an early lead, just as we expected he would. Looks like some problems back in the pack for the number 13 car, and we've got all kinds of problems breaking out on the track. And folks, looks like we're going to have to get a restart on this one, as J.J. Ferguson, car 13, had a little problem with his car. It looked like his car may have stalled as he headed into turn 3. Anyway, we've got problems on the track, and we're going to have a little break in the action here, and we'll line the cars up and get a restart on this race. We did not get 1 lap completed, I don't believe. Of course, the leaders would have had to pass the flag stand, and I don't think they did that, so looks like we're going to get a restart on this race. Right now at timeout, we'll continue with action-packed racing from Highland Rim Speedway in just a moment. You're looking at car number 2, Larry Cunningham. He's in the infield, and we had a caution flag as we got this Super Street feature started. There he comes. He going to try to get back out on the track. Doug Zerfoss at car 37 is also in the infield, and we've got car 21 being towed off of the track. There you see him in the background on the hook. Jesse Jones, car 21. There he comes around. They're towing him off the track, and we're getting ready to start the Super Street feature. The green flag is about to come out. This time by Jerry Woodruff puts the green out, and down the front straightaway, it'll be the number 9 car of Rodney Simpson. And now car 28, Tim Ezel, moves up alongside him, staying low on the track, coming by. We're going to get a lap completed, and Tim Ezel has moved in front in car number 28. Right behind him is the number 1 car of Keith Krantz. He's running second. Jason Moody coming off of the track in car 7, and another caution flag comes out. I think they threw the caution, I believe, for Jason Moody, who was having problems over on the back straightaway. Let's get a shot of Jason Moody's car there in the infield. He just came into the infield off. There he is, car number 7. That's Jason Moody. Jason's in 3rd place in the point standings. At least he was coming into racing here tonight. And Jason Moody is from Mount Juliet.
Jason blowed a tire. He hit the wall over there on the 2nd turn, and it blowed a tire on the front. And once you blow a tire on the front, you can't hardly handle the car. So unless he's got a tire, and Walker, I believe we're going to have a complete restart. We did not get a lap in, I don't believe, so they may have another restart, I think I heard him say.
All right, we'll see what happens. I thought we got a lap completed, but maybe not. We'll wait and see what the track officials have decided. Jason Moody, there they are looking at Jason Moody's car, and you can see on the right front fender where he got into the wall, and there they are taking a look at that wheel and that tire. And I think you're right, Dickie. Looks like they're doubling down the field, so we're going to get a restart on the track on this race again, the 2nd restart for the Super Street Division. So we're ready to go with another restart.
They were going to have a restart. I just noticed that the 2 car came back out, and they're trying to get them lined back up like they're supposed to be, but it's going to be hard to get them lined back up. They're going to try. And this is typical Super Street racing, where everything goes, and a little bit of a demolition derby and a little bit of racing also.
Well, I tell you, there are some pretty good drivers in this division, but these drivers, they don't mind mixing it up a little bit and trading paint with the guy running alongside you. And as you mentioned, the number 2 car of Larry Cunningham, he is the points leader, and he did get back out for the restart. So keep that in mind. He's on the track and he is racing, and he is not down a lap because we had a complete restart. So it really helped him. He had some problems. He tried to work him out of the infield and managed to get his car back out there. He's running way back at the back of the pack right now, but at least he's on the track, and that's important. If you're leading in the point standings, you at least want to be out there racing because it makes a big difference. Now another caution flag comes out, and there's your leader, Tim Ezel, in the 28 car. Right behind him, Keith Cranston, car 1. The caution flag thrown for
debris on the track. It had debris on the track. Looked like the 9 car lost a little bit of fender. And the way they've been banging, that don't surprise me.
Maybe a whole fender laying out there.
And there may be more fenders. Yes, you was talking about the 2 car, Larry Cunningham. With him being back out there, he's running for points, and the way he's coming up through the field, he's liable to be right there at the end because you can't lose a lap if they have a restart.
Okay, Tim Ezel is your leader at this point, car 28. Keith Krantz right behind him in car 1. There you see them, Keith Krantz from Joelton, and Tim Ezel, your leader. In Keith Krantz, car 1, right behind him in 3rd place as they come around to get the green flag. We're racing again. That is in 3rd place, the number 81 car of Jay Pryor from Hermitage running 3rd. And in 4th place is John Patterson, car 10 from Nashville.
That 81 car right there will bang we a whole lot. He don't mind bumping and grinding, and Jay's a good hard racer, a good hard driver. Now Krantz and Ezel are running side by side.
They sure are. Jay Pryor right behind him in car 81, just looking for an opportunity to get up there with him. So we've got a real race going on here in the Super Street division. It's super racing for the Super Street cars. Keith Krantz now your leader. Jay Pryor moving up to 2nd place in car 81. Tim Ezel drops back to 3rd in the 28 car. And the car 13 has moved up a little bit here back in the pack.
Car 13, J.J. Ferguson's making a move. I noticed a while ago that number 10 car hit the wall up on the 4th turn. It bounced off and just kept right on going. So it didn't even slow down much. Super Street racing is a good division. It's always been a tough, good, hard division. Some of our best race car drivers up in the other divisions now have run in this division and made the next step up, and these guys are following in their footsteps.
Well, I tell you, the fans at Highland Rim Speedway always get their money's worth. You can see some great, exciting, competitive racing, and you can also see some cars trading paint, as we say, or maybe sometimes trading fenders before the thing is over with. So always lots of excitement at Highland Rim Speedway. And we've mentioned this a couple of times, but we want to remind all of you race fans that you can visit Highland Rim Speedway at their website at www.highlandrim.com. So keep that in mind. You can visit the website of Highland Rim Speedway with your computer. Caution flag comes out again, and a couple of problems over on the back straightaway over there. Looks like the number 44 car of Don Walls over there has stalled. There he is, car 44. Don
and the
Walls.
03 car of Randy Sexton also. They had a pinch job there. He got pinched on the infield right here in front of the flag stand almost. And I don't think neither one of them knew each other was there. That's what happens.
Randy Sexton from Goodlettsville. There he is in the 03 car into the infield. And we are under caution here in the Super Street feature. Got a record coming out over there to give some assistance to Don Walls. And Don is from Nashville in the number 44 car. He's over there on the back straightaway. The record's gonna help get him off of the track. So a little break in the Super Straight feature will give us an opportunity to take a break for our sponsors. And there's part of the crowd here at Highland Rim Speedway. Well, got him a couple of checkered flags up there. They're having a good time enjoying the Super Street feature here at Highland Rim. They're going to give them the checkered flag. Let's take a timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. Highland Rim Speedway and more excitement, action-packed feature racing from Highland Rim. We have the Super Street feature going on right now. And we're coming up on lap number 10. Keith Krantz, there he is. Car 1 is your leader as we come back to action. And the green flag is coming out again. Jerry Woodruff lets the green fly as the Super Street Division cars come by.
Our points leader's moved up to 6 and trying to make a move for 5th place. So he's not out of this by any means.
All right, Keith Krantz still holding the lead. Jay Pryor running right up there with him in that 81 car. And Tim Ezel in car 28. Car number 13 also up there in the battle.
J.J. Ferguson right there. He's trying to pass Tim Ezel on the inside. And I tell you what, that 81 car, just about, Jay Pryor is about as far down as he can get without saying hello to the wall. 3 wide on the backstretch.
Okay. Wow, look at that. Woo. Boy, that tell you, you talk about fender to fender and door to door, door handle to door handle. You can reach out there and shake hands with each other. They're so close as they come around.
You're not supposed to be able to do that, but this division don't believe in not supposed to.
They just proved that you can, I think.
The 2 car just moved up to 4th place, and now he's got his eyes set on J.J. Ferguson right in front of him, and 81 is about to pull up beside Krantz, the leader. So we got good racing all the way around. Jay Pryor just got by, and they're bumping fenders, and they're winning a fender.
You know, Larry Cunningham in that number 2 car from Donaldson is really to be saluted for the way he worked in the infield to get that car back out there just to get in this race. You'll remember that we had a couple of restarts at the beginning of the race, and it really worked in Larry Cunningham's favor because instead of being down a lap or 2 or 3 or even 4, he managed to get back out for the second restart and is right now in the battle. It's very important to him because of the fact that he is in the points battle and is the points leader. And look at him now. He's up there in 3rd place.
He bumped JJ and said, excuse me, I need to come by. And started coming right by. If you'll look at the 1 car there of Keith Krantz, he's about to lose that front bumper, but it's hanging on by the hair of its chinny chin chin. And he's running it just wide open trying to catch Jay Pryor. And now Larry Cunningham's trying to make a move on Krantz.
Okay, Jay Pryor in car 81. Keith Krantz in car 1 gets a little bump from Larry Cunningham from behind. Larry's in 3rd place in car 2. And another car back in the battle. That's car 13, J.J. Ferguson. He's not going to give up so easily. He's right up beside Larry Cunningham. And another caution flag is coming out as Keith Krantz now with that problem on that front bumper, and looks like it may have gotten down into a tire, may have him up against the wall. I don't know. Does he have a flat tire?
He's got a flat tire on front side, and then he's got a bent fender on the back side, and he's got a front bumper that's about to come off, so he's got a little problem.
There he is coming into the infield. Keith Krantz driving the number 1 car. He's from Joelton, and he eases into the infield here at Highland Rim Speedway. The number 1 car of Keith Krantz. Looks like he's out of the race. Meanwhile, on the track, looks like everything's pretty well cleared. We should have the green coming back out here in a moment. They're going to have to decide up front. All right, now they're getting them lined up. The track officials doing a good job of staying on top of the situation. Jay Pryor is your leader in car 81. Larry Cunningham in the number 2 car is the points leader coming into this race tonight. And he's the car that we talked about that actually benefited from 2 restarts in this race tonight. And he has managed to come from the back spot on the track up to 2nd place. Keith Krantz is back out in car 1. I don't know how they got him back out so quickly, but he can't stay out. He's going right back into the infield. So he's going to have to stay in there. Looks like he's going to be a couple of laps down. We're ready to go. Jay Pryor will bring him out of turn 4 for the green. And we are racing again.
Lap number 18. That leaves us 7 laps to go, I believe. And I believe there will be some fender, little metal, little bumper changing between 2 and 81 before this is over. This could be an exciting finish.
All right. So instead of pedal to the metal, it's maybe it's metal to metal.
That'll be a good word for it.
Jay Pryor, the leader, and Larry Cunningham, car 2, running 2nd. J.J. Ferguson, car 13, is back there in 3rd place.
First bumper. He gave him a little horn, said, I'm back here. You don't think you're going to win it that easy, do you? And then he let him check up. Oh, here we go, excitement time.
All right, little driving taking place on the track. Both drivers very much wanting to win this race here tonight. Jay Pryor, car 81. Larry Cunningham in the number 2 car. And J.J. Ferguson in car number 13.
JJ's moved up there and said, I'm not done with this thing yet either. We got 3 laps to go, and he's still hanging out. And here comes a caution out. 37 car, which belongs to Chris Atwood, just spun out over on turn 3 on the back stretch.
So the 37X car over there, 37X of Chris Atwood.
Also the 17 car of Ray Stinson just lost 2 tires.
Ray Stinson in the 17 car. He's headed around the track. Looks like Chris Atwood will be able to stay in the race in the 37X car. But over on the back straightaway, if we can get a shot heading off of the track, will be car number 17. There he is, heading into the infield off the back straightaway. He's out of there. He comes into the infield. He's out of the race, it looks like. Got those 2 flat tires, and with only 3 laps to go, I don't think he's going to be able to get those changed and get back out there.
We started out with 16 cars. We now have 9.
And the green's going to fly as they come by. Jay Pryor in 81 getting the green. Larry Cunningham staying right there behind him. We'll keep a close watch on those 2. There they are. Folks, it's coming down to a battle between those 2 cars. Jay Pryor in car number 81. Jay Pryor from Hermitage and Larry Cunningham in car 2 from Donaldson. And there he is. Your points leader has pulled up in front.
Well, he's never done. He's still running, and Jay Pryor's not done either. They bumped a little fender and bumped a little tire, and they're still coming back for more.
We're on the white flag lap. White flag is out, and if Larry Cunningham can hold on, and I think he's going to be able to, he's going to win it. Here he comes, and the checkered flag is out. Larry Cunningham wins it. Finishing second will be Jay Pryor in car 81. Then will be third to car 13, J.J. Ferguson. Looked like Tim Ezel in car 28 finished 4th, and Doug Zerfoss in car number 37. So we talked about him. Car number 2, Larry Cunningham, benefiting from 2 restarts tonight, wins and holds on to his points lead. Let's go to victory lane for the interview with tonight's winner in the Super Street feature, Larry Cunningham. There he is sliding out of the car.
Larry, did you ever think that you'd be here after that first lap?
Man, when we went through that turn, it felt like bloom, bloom, bloom. I thought, I'm through, I'm through. And they come in, Daddy told me they was going to restart the race. So I borrowed a tire, got it on there. I didn't think it'd handle, but same size tire, and it handled like a dream.
Same size tire. You can't beat that, can you?
Oh, no, it was perfect, man. Everybody drove a good race. And, I mean, there was some tough cars out there, but I determined I was coming.
All right, congratulations. Let's hear it for Larry Cunningham.
There he is. I think we would be safe in saying that he is a happy driver. You know, he was pretty upset after that first lap. Dickie, you pointed out in the infield, they kind of ripped the hood off the car, and Larry was pretty upset about being out of the race, but they worked on the car, and as you heard him say, they changed the tire. He benefited from the restart. He got back out there and won the Super Street feature.
Hit that car a couple times with a sledgehammer, knocked that fender off, and said, I'm not out of this thing yet. Brought it from the back of the field to the front, and he's excited. The car don't look like it did, but it was excited.
Okay. Well, that's it. The Super Street feature goes to Larry Cunningham, who will hold on to his points lead in the division. We'll have more racing coming up from Highland Rim Speedway in just a moment. It's Taxicab Division Racing from Highland Rim Speedway. Here we go. Action-packed racing. Anything can happen when we pull the Taxicabs out on the track. And in the front row on the pole position will be the number 64 car. That is Kenny Vitato driving the 64 car. He's from Goodlettsville. And he will be on the pole position. Front row outside is car number 90, Pete Bloodworth in the number 90 car. Second row inside, we'll pick up car number 42, and that is Starvin Marvin Bush from Springfield. There he is, Starvin Marvin. You can see the front of his car right there. And Marvin from Springfield will be starting on the second row inside spot. Looks like we're going to have a change up front. Here comes the Highland Rim Taxicab car and the pace car, both heading up front. Dickie, who's driving this car tonight?
That's Jenny Horton. She got the privilege last week of saying, I sure like to drive that. And Ronnie said, well, you sure can drive it. So she's going to get to drive it. She's going to start up on the front row right there beside the 64 car, Kenny Vito. And I don't know whether Kenny's too excited about that or not, but Jenny wanted to start up toward the front because she didn't want to have to fight there. And she got out here tonight earlier when the gates opened and was testing and checking it out. And she spun out a couple of times, so maybe she got all the spins out right now.
All right, and on back on the track, car 13, Charlie Goddard Jr. Who else is back there?
Beside him is the number 69 car, and that is Bernie Frederick driving the 69 car.
Then we have car number 66. In car number 66, Junior Henson. In car number 11, that's David Bush. We've got car number 88, Tommy Cheeves back there in the 88 car. And we'll take one more lap, and then the green will come out. We've got car number 20.
Jim Bork.
And car number 19
is Eric Sams.
And the last car at the back of the pack is car number 31. That's Terry Leverett in the 31 car. And we're ready to go. Okay, green flag coming out, and the Taxicabs are off and racing. Dickie Reynolds, tell us about it.
That's Taxicab division's exactly what it says. They got 4 doors. They got your car that you may not want to run no more on the streets, and they got them out here running wide open. And it could be called Demolition Derby. It could be called You Hit 'em and Bang 'em division. But it's some good, hard, straight, banging racing. And if you can see, they're banging and they're pushing. And Jenny says, I want to lead this thing. And Vito said, oh, you don't either. And she just boomed him, knocked him out of the way.
Oh, boy, she's in front. How about that? She has the lead in the Highland Rim Taxicab.
I don't know whether Doug likes watching that or not, but she's running that thing wide open, and she wanted to win this thing, looks like. She didn't come just to run. She come to win.
Okay. There she is, still holding the lead. The Highland Rim Taxicab. And again tonight being driven by
Jenny Horton from Westmoreland. I mean, not from Westmoreland, Tennessee. She's from over in Nashville, other side of Nashville, Tennessee. But Starvin Marvin's trying to get up there and run with her, but Jenny's going to have no part of it. She's going to run the front.
All right, Marvin is in car 42, and also David Bush in car number 11. They're both right behind her. There you see the 11 car of David Bush and Marvin Bush in car 40. Whoa, a little bump there. Marvin kind of bumped David a little bit as they came out of turn 4. But the Highland Rim Taxicab is out in front. And Jenny just doing a superb job. Looks like David's going to get up there with her now and gets beside her. There they are side by side, just kind of in a little embrace as they come out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. Whoa, watch out, Jenny. Ooh, boy, she popped that wall pretty hard over there.
She wasn't going to give in any, though. She was running that thing. She's going to drive. Now she's checking to see if all the parts are still together on the car.
Ronnie Balcom, I wonder if he was holding his breath when she bumped that wall over there in turn 2, Dickie.
I don't know. I'm sure he thought, oh, there goes my taxi cab, but she bounced it off her and she's still driving.
Okay. Meanwhile, on the front straightaway, David Bush has taken control of this race. And we've got a spin out over there in turn 4. And the caution flag is coming out. So we've got a break in the racing excitement here in the Taxicab division. Looks like Marvin Bush spinning out in turn 4. And he brought out the caution flag. You know, fans still talk about Marvin Bush and that spectacular accident that Marvin was involved in here at the track last year. You remember that, Dickie, when he rolled a car down the front straightaway end over end. About how many times was it?
He rolled it 6 times, rolled out the window, got up, waved at everybody and says, I'm fine, I'll see you next week.
Okay, that's Marvin Bush we're talking about. And And right now, David Bush, car number 11, has the lead here in this Taxicab feature. There he is, car number 11, David Bush. David is from Cedar Hill. That's for you folks that don't know where Cedar Hill is. It's just a little bit north of Springfield on Highway 41. Just keep on going through Springfield like you were going to Kentucky on 41. You'll eventually get to Cedar Hill. You stay on it long enough.
You stay on it, you run right into Cedar Hill, and then you'll head right to Adams, and then you'll head to the Guthrie, Kentucky. So Cedar Hill's not too far from Springfield. Been there quite a few times. And I believe Ronnie's car is going to go to the infield because she got a bumper touching the tire and just ripping it all to pieces. She was going to go to the rear anyway because she took Starvin Marvin and spun him around.
There she goes. Now, Dickie, let me ask you, who's going to be responsible for fixing that car up for next week? Will Ronnie Balcom have to take care of that, or?
I believe Ronnie Balcom will have to take care of that because it's his car, and Jenny's not wanting to go to the infield with it either. So she wanted to, and now she says she'll come on in. But Ronnie will have to fix it, and I don't know whether he may not let anybody else in the fans drive it again.
Oh, she didn't tear it up too badly. It's, you know, I think Ronnie can probably fix that.
$100 ought to get it fixed.
Oh, yeah.
And most of that's tire.
Sure. You know, that'll be all right. Ronnie will get there. It is. Ronnie, see, there's not much damage on the front of that car. Ronnie might straighten that out himself. You know, he's had a lot of experience working in body shop, so he'd probably get that fixed up, be have it ready to go again next week.
And he's raced a few race cars, so he understands
Yes, he has.
tore up too. So. Nothing surprises Ronnie. This is Highland Rim.
All right, here we go. We're ready for the green flag to come back out again. David Bush, car number 11. Right behind him is the 66 car of Junior Henson from Nashville. And then Marvin Bush in car 42 is third. In fourth place, car 13, Charlie Gunner Jr. Here we go. Green flag's out again.
11 and the 13 are tied for points in this division at 165 points apiece. So I guess Charlie Goddard would like to get up there and be able to try to take that point maybe back.
All right, David Bush, car number 11, has the lead at the moment.
I believe the name of this division is take it, turn it into turn 4 as fast as you can, see how far you can slide it around and hang on and come on around.
That's just like sliding off of Interstate 24 over there, heading up to the airport to pick up a couple of fares in your taxi cab. That's why they call it the taxicab division, right?
That's right. I've rode in some taxi cabs. I won't say where at, but I was thankful when I got out of it, I guarantee you.
Did they keep the meter running?
They kept the meter running, but I felt like they ought to pay me when I got out of that car. I was so scared and shook up about it. But,
all right. Okay, we've had another caution flag here in the taxicab division. Let's take a quick timeout while we're under a caution. We'll be back to wrap up the taxicab feature here at Highland Rim Speedway in just a moment. The number 11 car, David Bush from Cedar Hill, ready to go. You see car 13 kind of stinking up a little bit on the outside as the green flag comes out. And, oh, we got trouble on the front straight away. A spin out. The number 19 car of Eric Sams, I believe that is, from Hendersonville. Is that right?
That's right. He's third in the points, and he didn't take off quick as one car wanted him to, so he just assisted him right on the round. But he'll get his position back if the car's not tore up and the other car goes to the rear of the field.
And that's a good-sized taxi cab right there. What is that?
That's a Cadillac. I've never seen a Cadillac run taxi cab, but this first he can run. I guarantee you that much.
Normally, you see those old Cadillacs running in the demolition derbies. You know, you see a lot of them.
Awful close, same thing.
All right, here we go. Green flag comes out again. Taxi cab division getting ready to wrap up the feature on the taxi cab division here at Highland Rim Speedway. Hey, I want to remind you again that you can visit Highland Rim on the website, Highland Rim Speedway website at www.highlandrim.com. Visit the Highland Rim Speedway website real soon. And of course, we invite you to visit us here at Highland Rim and enjoy stock car racing in person. Racing every Saturday night at the Rim. Gates open at 4 o'clock. Time trials at 5:30. First race at 7:30. And I tell you, I believe you'll enjoy it. Lots of exciting divisions, and you can come out and watch the Taxicabs in person. And who knows, I would expect that there are probably some people watching that maybe would like to drive a Taxicab in this division. Dickie is shaking his head. Dickie, I don't think you would be interested in driving one. Is that what you're saying? You don't
I
like
used to think I'd want to race in this division until I saw what's going on tonight, and I don't know whether I want to ever even around this division when I was racing it. But
David,
it's a good hard racing.
Well, David Bush seems like he's handling it all right. He's just calmly easing on around the track. And David came into the race tonight tied with Charlie Goddard for the lead in the point standings in the Taxicab division. We've got another car spinning out over there out of turn 2. There's car number 11, David Bush.
Number 90, Pete Bloodworth. He throwed it into that corner, and he just kept spinning right on around.
And another caution flag, and we've got 2 or 3 cars smoking out there on the track. And one of them is Pete's car, Pete Bloodworth, number 90 car. There he is. Pete gets it turned, eases on down the back straightaway. He's gonna stay out on the track, gonna try to finish the race. And what have we got, about 6 more laps to go?
We're going to go green, white, and checkered is what they're going to do. Green, white, and checkered, so because it can't finish under caution. It's not like NASCAR. It can't finish under caution. So they're going green, white, and checkered. So
it's a 20-lap feature, and we've got 19 completed. So as Dickie said, we're going to wrap it up here with green, white, and then the checkered flag.
I don't think David Bush wanted to see this checkered because his...
Look. Marvin just passed about 3 of them over there as the green flag was coming out. Marvin's put himself back in contention. Oh, about 3 cars spin out over here in turn number 2. That's Marvin Bush. Who else? Number 13, Charlie Goddard Jr. Marvin backs up. He's going to ease on around him and stay in the race. They've got one sandwich between 2 over there.
Terry Leverett went out with him, and then Pete Bloodworth, he come along and said, I'll help y'all a little bit, and he bumped right in the side of all of them. So,
okay, they're going to try to untangle the taxis over there in turn number 2, and we still did not get a lap completed there, so we've still got 19 laps showing on the lap counter on the scoreboard. And we're going to have to get green, white, and checkered to finish this thing up.
We're going to go green, white, and checkered again, but it don't look like Charlie Goddard's going to be able to take off over there. He backed up, but he's not moving, so I don't know whether his car has stopped and won't start or what the deal is, but...
they're going to ease on around him. And Charlie Goddard Jr. in that 13 car was tied for the points lead with David Bush, who's leading in the race. There you see David in car number 11. And right behind him, still in the race, is Eric Sams in the number 19 car from Hendersonville. And we still have number 66 out there on the track as well. That's Junior Henson in the 66 car. He's in 3rd place. And Terry Leverett in car number 31 comes on around. He'll stay out on the track. Car 69 is Bernie Frederick, and we've got Marvin Bush.
Charlie Goddard, they were waiting for him to get started, and the key fell out of the ignition. They couldn't find the key, so they had to...
Dude, wait a minute. Run that by me again now. Over there in turn.
They were waiting for the car to start to go in turn 2 to restart, and the key fell out, and they had to start all over with the key to find the key.
Okay, that's Charlie Goddard Jr. in the 13 car. Get a shot of Charlie there. He's heading into the infield off the back straightaway. Maybe we can get a shot. There he is. There's car number 13. Charlie Goddard Jr. He's had a tough night. He came in tied for the points lead, but the key to the whole thing here, Charlie, is you got to finish the race.
Yeah, he looks like his exhaust system is fell off. He's been hit everywhere you could be hit tonight, and he's not too happy, and he's not a happy camper at all. But they put Starvin Marvin at the rear of the field, and they put the 31 car also at the rear of the field. And I believe Charlie Goddard says, I'm going to go try to finish this.
Well, I don't believe his car is going to allow him to do that. But here we go. Green flag is coming out. There's David Bush taking the green. And we're going to try to get 2 more laps here with the Taxicabs, and then we'll park them in the parking lot until next time. Taxicab feature here at Highland Rim Speedway. Here comes the white flag. 1 more lap to go, so we're on the white flag. That means there'll be no more cautions.
Last lap. You can't get a caution on the final lap. So looks like David, that 66 cars hit every wall around that corner over there.
Okay, there's David Bush. He's going to get the checkered flag and the win. Finishing second, car number 19, Hearing Sounds. Marvin Bush manages to finish third in car 42. I think he came across the track in that position. We'll have to check with the official scores to see how they score it. And then comes car number 31, Terry Leverett. And finally, the last car to finish was car number 69. That is Bernie Frederick. And car 66 is still setting out there in turn number 4. I don't know if he's going to be able to come on around and actually make the official finish or not. That's Junior Henson. Okay, well, the Taxicab feature draws to a close, and heading into victory lane with a win tonight from Cedar Hill is David Bush in the number 11 Taxicab. Let's go to victory lane and get an interview with tonight's winner.
All right, David. Great run out there, 2 in a row.
Yeah, my car's still running pretty good. I'm very happy with it.
A lot of wild driving out there, but things pretty smooth up front, huh?
Yeah, as long as I stay out front, it's all right.
All right, go get your picture made. Let's hear it for David Bush.
Folks, you've been enjoying stock car racing from Highland Rim Speedway in Ridgetop. Racing at the Rim. Be sure and be watching next time when we're back with more excitement from Highland Rim Speedway.